Hello everyone, welcome to day 147 of a Stitch a Day 365 days crochet challenge. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to crochet this Arglye stitch. So this stitch has a nice diamond pattern but using shell stitches. This stitch is done on a foundation chain that's a multiple of 4 plus 2. So here I have a total of 26 stitches. So the first stitch is going to go into the second chain from the hook. We are going to make one single crochet. Now chain 5, 2, 3, 4 and 5. You're going to skip 3. Into the fourth one, you're going to make one single crochet. So you're going to do this till the end of the row. Chain 5, skip 3, one single crochet into the fourth chain. 2, 3, 4, 5, skip 3. Into the fourth one, we are making one single crochet. So 3, 4, 5. To the fourth one single crochet. So if you get this right, your row should end with one single crochet. So we have 4 stitches left. Again, chain 5. Into the last one, make one single crochet. So that completes your row 1. Row 2, we are going to alternate a chain 5 single crochet and a shell stitch single crochet. So you start off with a chain 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. Turn your work and make one single crochet into the very first chain space here. Now we are going to do the very first shell stitch. Throughout this pattern, this is what is shell stitch. A shell stitch includes one double crochet, chain 1, one more double crochet, chain 1 and one more double crochet, all into the same space. So into the single crochet from the previous row, we have made one shell stitch which has 3 double crochets separated by one chain in between each other. Now you're just going to make one single crochet anchoring the shell stitch into the next chain 5 space. So we have a chain 5 and a shell stitch on the single crochet and a single crochet into the chain 1 space. Now again you're going to make 5 chains, 3, 4, 5, and you're going to make one single crochet into the next chain 5 space. Skip this single crochet and make one single crochet here, and now you're going to make one shell stitch, that is one double crochet, chain 1, one double crochet, again chain 1 and one double crochet, all into the same single crochet space, and anchor that shell with a single crochet into the next chain 5 space. Again chain 5, make one single crochet here, Make a shell stitch on top of this single crochet. Throughout this pattern, a shell stitch is 1 double crochet, chain 1, 1 double crochet, chain 1 and 1 more double crochet, all into the same chain space. Single crochet into the chain 1 space. Chain 2 and into the very first single crochet that we made, we are going to make 1 double crochet. So that completes our row number 2. This is going to be our very first repeat row. Row number 2 is going to be our very first repeat row. Now, for the row 3 and the second repeat row, we are going to chain 1, turn our work and make 1 single crochet. And now into the next single crochet, we are going to make 1 shell, chain 1 and 1 double crochet. That's 1 shell stitch. And we're going to anchor this shell stitch into the middle double crochet from the previous row shell stitch. And again, we are going to make 1 shell stitch right after this shell stitch here into the single crochet. So basically, this is the shell stitch from the row 2, and we are going to make 1 shell stitch on either side. Again, you're going to anchor this shell into the chain 5 space by making 1 single crochet, and again we have a shell stitch here, so you're going to make 1 shell stitch here on 1 shell stitch on the other side, anchoring both into the middle double crochet of the shell stitch. Now make 1 single crochet on top of the second double crochet from the shell stitch, which is right here, and make the next shell stitch right after the previous row shell stitch. Now you arrive at a chain 5 space, you make 1 single crochet and then again make a shell stitch on either side of the shell stitch from the previous row. So this will be our second repeat row. So the row number 2 is repeat row 1, row number 3 is repeat row 2, and row number 4 is repeat row 3, and row number 5 will be repeat row 4. So it is a 4 row repeat stitch where we'll be creating this argyle pattern in 4 rows. At the end of row 3, you're going to find the third chain, 1, 2, 3, and you're going to make 1 single crochet on top of it. So that completes row number 3. For row number 4, you're going to again start off with 5 chains, turn your work and make 1 single crochet in the middle stitch of the very first shell from the previous row. Okay, and now you're going to place, you can see that we have 3 shells here, 1, 2 and 3. We are going to complete this pattern, that is basically it's like a diamond pattern with shell stitches. So to complete this pattern, we need one shell here. So we are just going to go into that single crochet and make one shell stitch, completing our very first argyle stitch. Now anchor this shell into the middle stitch of the shell on this side. That completes our first diamond. Now again we're going to chain 5 and make one single crochet on top of the middle stitch of our next argyle stitch here. That leads us to this single crochet, which is right on top. Completing the second stitch. Now anchor that into this shell here, and that completes our second diamond shape. We have one more row of repeat row. Once we do that, we'll be able to see the shape more clearly. Again, chain 5, go into the middle stitch of this shell right here, make one single crochet, and you're going to make the shell between the shell stitches from the previous row. So once you understand where to place these stitches, the pattern forms by itself. Okay, to end the row, again you're going to chain 2 and make one double crochet on top of the previous row's single crochet. This chain 2 and one double crochet is like 5 chains. The chain 3 counts as one double crochet, and we have a chain 2 right here. Now for the next row, you're going to chain 1, turn your work, make one single crochet into the very first stitch or the double crochet that we just made, make 5 chains. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, and you're going to make one single crochet onto the topmost shell right here, into the middle stitch here. Again you're going to chain 5. This row is just chain 5 and single crochet. Okay, you skip this. You skip this single crochet and make one into the chain space. So basically you either make one single crochet into the chain space or into the middle of the shell. Again chain 5. Now we have a shell stitch here, one single crochet into the middle stitch of the shell. Again chain 5. Now we have a chain 5 space, so you go into the chain 5 space, make one single crochet, again chain 5. Here we have a shell stitch, so make one into the shell stitch, again chain 5. Find the third chain, 1, 2, 3, and you're going to make one single crochet on top of the third chain. So this completes all our repeat rows. So now we are going to again start from the second row, making the next set of argyle stitches. Okay, so let's go back. We'll find the second row. So this is the second row. We started off with a chain 5 and a single crochet into the chain 5, first chain 5 space. Okay, so start off with the chain 5, turn your work, make a single crochet right here, and then you're going to find the single crochet which is here, and we are going to start our next argyle stitch. So basically the very first shell should align with this stitch. So you see this? So one shell, two shells, one shell. So one shell, again two shells and one shells. That is the pattern. So every time you start a stitch, your shells should align. Single crochet into this. Again, chain 5. As I told you, the pattern just forms by itself. You just have to make sure to put your shell stitches into the right spaces, separating it with a chain 5. Single crochet into this, and again chain 5, single crochet into this, make one shell, end with the chain 2 and a double crochet onto the previous row's single crochet. So now we have started the next argyle stitch. Now the next row is where we do the 2 shells, that is row number 3, then again row number 4, row number 5, and again repeat 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the repeat row. You can go back, play the video and complete the rows to any length that you want. Do try out the stitch, and if you have any queries, you can leave it on in the comment section or reach us out directly onto our Instagram page. We'll definitely get to you. And I'll meet you tomorrow with yet another interesting crochet stitch. Thank you.